at 10 a.m. And then if the Spartans end up losing, the Lincoln East Spartans, that is, in that 10 a.m. game, we'll have the if necessary game to punch a ticket to the championship at noon or shortly after that one, as the 2-out pitch is skied high to center field and caught by the center fielder for out number 3. So Peterson retires the Falcons in order, and we will step aside for the first time once again. Thanks to AG, AD, and Raf for quickly sending it my way. Let's go ahead and take our first time out of the game. This is high school baseball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
People don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
This is a presentation of the 2024 NSAA State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. State baseball coverage is powered by Mullen Motors, Next Ag Appraisal and Realty, Members Owned Credit Union, Empire Fence and Netting, High Electric, and Union Bank and Trust. Now, calling all the action, here's Nick Sainert.
Nick Sainert back with you from Tal Anderson Field here in Omaha. Us, Norman, back on the ones and twos in our 93.7 The Ticket studios, as it's the Lincoln Northwest Falcons and the Waverly Vikings coming your way from the home of the Omaha Mavericks. So Waverly retires the Falcons in order in the top of the first inning. That means it's time for the Waverly Vikings to come up to bat. They'll have a very similar lineup. I was talking to their assistant coach, Logan Foster, before the game. Similar lineup, just switched around a couple of positions. Tomes, Olkey, and Cook will start the 3 for the Waverly Vikings, as Hunter Tomes, the left-handed hitter, toes that white line along the batter's box. And the first pitch from Alex Berry just misses outside, 1-0. Berry on the season, a 2-1 record, 3.40 earned run average for the Falcon pitcher. The 1-0 pitch, that one just outside as well, 2-0. Hunter Tomes has an older sister, Malia, who just completed her freshman season with Husker softball. The 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled off to the left side. That'll get out of play, 2-1. Tomes getting the start in center field today. Had a really nice bunt down the third base line to start Saturday's game against Beatrice, where he used his speed to beat it out. However, on the turf, it's a little different when you're talking about bunting. Left side, pop foul. This one will stay in place. Shortstop ranging over, and a nice catch is the shortstop for Lincoln Northwest. Aldridge actually overran it, but was able to kind of stick out his glove with that left hand and make the out, or make the catch for out number 1. That brings up the second hitter in this Waverly lineup, number 3, the shortstop. That is Landon Olkey. Olkey, the senior infielder, hitting from the right side, swings on the first one. This one's skied or popped foul to the right side. One hops into the Northwest dugout. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. I do enjoy how here at Omaha, on the scoreboard, they include the pitch count on the scoreboard. That's such an important piece in high school baseball, especially in a state tournament, because now we're starting to get to the point of the tournament where teams are being eliminated. You've had to kind of empty your bullpens. Your depth is a little bit less than maybe what you would like it to be if you're a coach. But ultimately enough, pitch counts are very important, especially in this stage of the tournament, and keeping track on who has to rest for 1 more day or 2 more days, or who's going to be available for a hypothetical championship game appearance. The 2-1 pitch from Barry fouled back, 2-2. It also works out well this week just because the Storm Chasers, the way that the AAA schedule is constructed, AAA teams, and this isn't the case just with Omaha, it's every AAA organization, 1 week they're at home from Tuesday to Sunday, and they play the same organization from Tuesday to Sunday at home, as the 2-2 offering is fouled back again. And then the following week, Monday is their travel day, and they play Tuesday through Sunday on the road somewhere else. And so it alleviates some of the travel issues that AAA organizations ran into and just minor league baseball in general. And so this week, the Omaha Storm Chasers are on the road in St. Paul as the 2-2 pitch is up and in, ball 3. So that opens up and vacates Warner Park for a lot of these matchups. Nothing against Tal Anderson Field. Lincoln East won the title on this field last year. But Warner Park will be the site of this year's title game. A strike 3 swung on and missed, and Alex Berry records his first K of the day in Landon Olkey for out number 2. So we'll have 4 games today from Tal Anderson Field, that is, and then Wednesday we return to Warner Park, and Friday we're there at Warner Park. No games on Thursday. Thursday is the buffer day in between. The first pitch, the at-bat to the 3-hole hitter is bounced to the left side. Cook running it out to first base. The throw over to first base is in time for out number 3. So a nice efficient inning by both pitchers, both for Waverly and for the Falcons of Lincoln Northwest as they retire both sides in order. We go to the top of the second inning. It's Greaser, Kodak, and Ramsey for Lincoln Northwest when we come back.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Sander back with you from Tal Anderson Field in Omaha. Every time I'm out here, and this is obviously the second year that I've been out here, but each time that I am out here, I get reminded how great of an area this is. And it's perfect for a program like Nebraska Omaha, to where you have the softball field directly behind me, and then the baseball field obviously on this side of things. But everything's kind of in its own little area, where Baxter Arena has plenty of room there. It looks great. Exarban Village is directly behind the black batter's eye in center field, the scoreboard on the right center field wall, as the first pitch of the second inning is in there for a strike, 0-1. But then you have commercial buildings and a little bit of an expressway over the left field wall as well, a little farther back. The 0-1 offering is up and away for a ball, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike as Peterson fires home, up and in now, 2-1. Plenty of parking here at Tal Anderson Field. It's a smaller ballpark, obviously, for reasons, but it also provides a little bit more of an intimate feel than maybe Warner Park gives you. As up and away for ball 3, 3-1. Dugouts are a little smaller as well. Turf looks great, though, here on a May morning. So 3-1 count, right down Broadway, 3-2. That's one of the approaches that we talked about. Austin and I had multiple conversations about it last night at Warner, where 3-1 pitch looked to hit, especially early in a ball game where a pitcher's trying to establish his fastball, as the 3-2 payoff pitch is up and in for ball 4, and we have our first base runner in the form of number 20 for Lincoln Northwest. That is Eric Greaser. So he takes the base on balls, and that brings up the right fielder, number 4, Dylan Kotick. Kotick, a senior, hitting .321 coming into the state tournament. Runner on first is Greaser, the left-handed pitcher of Nash Peterson. Low and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. This will be the 20th pitch of the day for Nash Peterson, the Waverly pitcher. Throwing from the left side as he picks over, gets the Falcons runner to go towards second base, and he is out at first. He's trying to make his claim that Peterson kind of crossed over and started to go home, which by rule would have been a balk, but no balk was issued, and Greaser gets picked off at first. It wasn't a quickly developing move by any means. It was just one that Greaser thought he started trending towards home plate and hopped right off closer to second base. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dylan Kotick. The 1-2 pitch fouled back. We'll do it again at 1-2. Lincoln Northwest, obviously, with an emotional victory yesterday against Beatrice. Really nice performance on the mound by Quinn Waring. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch just a tad up. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Top of the second inning, Lincoln Northwest up to bat. This one swung on, foul down the left field line. 2-2 still. Folks still continuing to pile in to Tal Anderson Field. A lot of purple in the stands. Directly below me and to my right as the Falcons occupy first base. The 2-2 pitch over the head of the batter, Kotick, and it'll be a full count once again. Waverly in their all-white uniforms with the word Vikings scripted across the chest in maroon. The 3-2 count swung on and missed, and Nash Peterson has his first strikeout of the day for out number 2. So now that brings up the designated hitter, number 16, Sam Ramsey. Ramsey listed as a utility guy, can play quite a few spots around the diamond. Ramsey hitting .280 on the season, just 25 at-bats as well. As the first pitch, the at-bat is up and away, ball 1. Peterson has done a good job of staying competitive, but man, he hasn't gotten on top of hitters very often so far through 5 batters. The pitch, fouled back to the netting, 1-1. Thankfully able to start on time today. We had a 30-minute delay and then kind of just a longer pace, a slower paced game yesterday that kind of slowed things down throughout the duration of the entire day. Pretty sure we got out of Warner Park a little before 10 p.m. potentially, or a little after 10 p.m. even. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Peterson. Up and away, ball 3. So one of the benefits, obviously, to turf is you wouldn't have had to delay yesterday to, as long as, especially in places like this, have a good enough drainage system as well to where the rain's not going to affect Tal Anderson to where you need to delay it. The 3-1 pitch from Peterson is out of the zone, high, ball 4. So second walk of the inning for Nash Peterson. This time it went to Sam Ramsey. Brings up the first baseman, number 11, Logan Scholes. Scholes on the season hitting .259 and 58 at-bats. Has 1 long ball and 13 runs driven in. Ramsey lifts the leg and fires. Fouled on and swung, hits the screen. 0-1. Nash Peterson living around 80 miles per hour from the left side as he lifts the leg and fires. Low and away, ball 1. That one reached 81 on the gun. 1 ball, 1 strike as Peterson throws home. This one hit well out to the left center gap, ranging over his Hunter Tomes, and he is not going to get there on a diving attempt. Rounding third is Ramsey, and he will score as Lincoln Northwest takes an early 1-0 lead on an RBI double with 2 outs in the top of the second inning by Logan Scholes. So Lincoln Northwest, with the wind blowing in, hits it to the left center gap. Hunter Tomes went full extension. And from my point of view, I didn't think he was going to get there, made up a lot of ground, and then actually had a pretty good effort. And it just went right by the glove of the outstretched Tomes, and an RBI double for Logan Scholes. So 1-0 with a runner on second. This one floated out to the right side, and it will be just over the head of the first baseman in foul territory. 0-1. So a 2-out RBI double for Logan Scholes. That walk comes back to hurt Nash Peterson, as that one ends up coming around and scoring. No balls, 1 strike. This one fouled off to the right side. That will go back to the softball field over my right shoulder. No balls, 2 strikes, 1-0 Lincoln Northwest. Lincoln Northwest, the 8th seed in Class B. They only had 8 wins in their regular season. They win districts. They actually beat this Waverly team 6-2. 1-0 your score. This one low and away, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. This will be the 38th pitch in 2 innings of work for Nash Peterson. The pitch on 1-2, inside, ball 2. So Scholes, the Falcons' first baseman, stands on second after having a 2-out RBI double that scored Sam Ramsey, the designated hitter, who ended up walking the previous at-bat. The 2-2 offering, swung on, fouled hard, lined hard, right side, and that one goes to the parking lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes here for the 8-hitter in the Falcons lineup, Jacob Robinson. Robinson, a senior outfielder, getting the start in center today. Peterson comes set, looks back to second base twice, and fires the 2-2 pitch outside, 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Peterson had no issues setting the Falcons down in order in the top half of the first, but here running into a little bit of trouble. The pitch almost hits him, but it is ball 4, and that is the 3rd walk of the day for Nash Peterson. We did see, as soon as the game began, some arms getting ready in that Waverly bullpen, and it looks like they're going to stand up a relief pitcher out there and get him ready to go once again. So once again, it's 1-0. Your score, Lincoln Northwest out in front by a run here in the top of the second inning. They're going to have a conversation on the mound. We'll step aside as well. Be back in 30 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Nash Peterson going to try to get out of this top of the second frame as he has runners on first and second. Lincoln Northwest with their 9-hole hitter, Duvall. This is Jack Duvall, the catcher, as he swings and misses through strike 1, 0-1. Jack Duvall getting the start behind the dish for Lincoln Northwest. 1-0 your score. The pitch fouled back, 0-2. Nice job by Peterson here after a long at-bat that resulted in a Robinson walk. Coming right back and firing 2 strikes. 1-0 your score. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, top of the second. Lincoln Northwest leads 1-0. Swung on and missed, and Peterson gets him fishing up and away out of the zone. for out number 3. But the damage has been done on a 2-out RBI double off the bat of Logan Scholes as he scores Ramsey from first base, and the Northwest Falcons lead it 1-0 as we enter the bottom of the second inning. It's 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for Vikings in the bottom half of the second right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
1-0 is your score. Lincoln Northwest leads by a run here as we enter the bottom of the second inning. 44 pitches on the day so far for Nash Peterson. Alex Berry back out there for Lincoln Northwest for his second inning of work. And stepping in will be Bruin Sampson. Sampson swings and fouls that one off on the first pitch, 0-1. Berry with a productive inning on the mound in the first, 12 pitches, no hits allowed and no base runners. 3 up, 3 down for the Falcons on defense back in the bottom of the first. The 0-1 pitch, low and away, ball 1. Just 1 hit on the day so far for either side. The pitch hit well out to left side, out left fielder ranging over and makes the catch for out number 1. Bruin Sampson goes down on the fly out to the left fielder, bringing up the designated hitter, Eli Russell. Russell had a really nice day on Saturday against the Beatrice Orangemen. Had an RBI double in that one at Warner. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. The velocity from Nash Peterson was living low 80s. Here, Alex Berry hovering around that 70, 73 mark. Able to locate, though, for the most part. Here's the pitch from Berry. Swung on and missed as that one got up to 76 on the radar. 0-1. Speaking to Waverly's coaches on Saturday, I asked them what happened against Lincoln Northwest earlier in the season that allowed the Falcons to beat you 6-2. And their coach told me it wasn't just Lincoln Northwest. The script on Waverly this season is they've struggled against slower pitching. Guys that can locate as a 69 mile per hour breaking ball floats in there, swung on and missed by Russell, 1-2. Slower pitching, just struggled to be patient at the plate. The 1-2 offering from Berry is just a tad outside, trying to paint the corner with the fastball, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here at the bottom of the second. The pitch. Swung on and missed. 68 mile per hour breaker. Low in the dirt. Gets Eli Russell fishing. And that is out number 2 as Russell walks slowly back to the dugout. So now next up with 2 outs is going to be the right fielder, Nolan Moz. Moz hitting just shy of 300 on the season. A breaking ball, able to cover the part of the plate, and that's a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Alex Berry on the mound. Fastball, right side, poked into right field on a line, and a jumping catch by the right fielder for out number 3. So we go to the top of the third inning Alex Berry with 2 perfect innings so far. He's set 6 straight Vikings down, all in order. And we head to the top of the third. Due up in the top of the third for Lincoln Northwest. It'll be the beginning of their order with Aldridge, Swanson, and Waring when we come back in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Tal Anderson Field here in Omaha as Waverly's been set down in order, back-to-back innings, 6 up, 6 down for the Falcons pitcher, Alex Berry. We go to the top of the third. It's the top of the order. Leading off, number 7 for Lincoln Northwest, Tyler Aldridge, the shortstop. He flew out to the right fielder to start the game. Nash Peterson back out onto the mound as he throws ball 1-0. Looked like Lincoln Northwest coaching staff having conversations about the way Peterson lifts that right leg to deliver home when there's runners at first. There's been one pickoff today as Aldridge pokes this one right side, but foul. 1-1's your count. One ball, one strike. As Peterson approaches 50 pitches through 2 innings. 1-1 offering is upstairs, 2-1. So the winner of this game will move on to a 10 a.m. contest tomorrow morning. They'll have to face the number 1 seed Norris Titans. The pitch, this one swung on, hit well, shallow left field though, and ranging over is the left fielder to make the catch for out number 1. So Aldridge is now 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Bringing up number 8, the starting left fielder for Lincoln Northwest, Grant Swanson. Swanson, a senior, hitting just over 400 this season. Swanson grounded out to the second baseman in the top of the first inning. Lincoln Northwest coming off of that 3-2 victory against Beatrice yesterday. Waverly fell to the Norris Titans 13-6. So Norris will have to be beaten twice tomorrow here at Tal Anderson Field. The 1-0 pitch from Peterson swung on, fouled back right side over the press box, and it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. So Class B games are here at Tal Anderson Field tomorrow. Will be at Warner for Lincoln East at 10 a.m. Lincoln East will play the winner of the game that we'll actually have later tonight between Lincoln Southwest and Millard South. That one scheduled for 4 p.m. today. So 2 Class B games this morning that are both elimination games, and then 2 of the Class A elimination games tonight and this afternoon. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count to Swanson, the 2-hole hitter for Lincoln Northwest. Peterson living around that 85-mile-per-hour velocity range. As the 3-1 pitch is upstairs, ball 4, and Nash Peterson surrenders another walk. That is the 4th walk of the day for Nash Peterson. Stepping into the box, number 2, the second baseman, Quinn Waring. Waring, the right-handed hitter, facing the left arm of Nash Peterson. Peterson, once again on the season, 3-3 with a 6.78 earned run average. Struggling with command a little bit here early on. One out, though, in the top of the third inning. Peterson, the first pitch of the at-bat to Waring is up and away, ball one. Waring flew out to the center fielder his first time up in that first inning. Sporting a gold bat with black batting tape. As Peterson comes set. Looking over 3 times to the runner at first base. Now 4 times, lifts the leg and fires, and it's up and away, ball 2. Seems like Peterson concerned quite a bit with the runner on first base. Struggling with command here. 4 walks on the day, just 1 strikeout for Nash Peterson. The pitch on 2-0 misses badly, 3-0. Peterson, in that first inning when he retired the Falcons 3 up, 3 down, was getting the ball back from the catcher, back on the rubber instantly. Now this one trotting around the pitcher's mound on the back side of it. The 3-0 pitch, up and away, ball 4, 4-pitch walk for Quinn Waring, and the coaching staff is out of the dugout, and it looks like Nash Peterson's day may be done. So that we're going to have a pitching change here in the top of the third inning. There is 1 out here in the top of the third, but Northwest has runners on first and second base here in the Class B state tournament here on 93.7 The Ticket.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
The new pitcher for the Waverly Vikings is number 8, Owen Schieffer. We saw Schieffer on Saturday. He came in relief of Brennan Miller, who went 2 1/3 of shutout baseball. So now Waverly turns to Schieffer here on a Tuesday morning. So runners on first and second that are the responsibility of Nash Peterson, but now Schieffer is on the bump. Right-handed thrower. Was able to come in and slam the door against the Orangemen on Saturdays. First pitch swung on, grounded softly to the second base. They won't even try for 2, just throw it over to first base for 1, and that's out number 2. So the cleanup hitter, Greaser, grounds out to the second baseman for out number 2. Advancing to second on the play was Waring. Advancing to third on the play was Swanson. And now Dylan Kotick, who struck out swinging back in the second inning, comes up to bat. Righty-righty matchup, 2 runners in scoring position. The first pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. It's kind of fascinating the way that second inning started. Lincoln Northwest got a runner on first base via a walk and then picked off for out number 1, struck out swinging by Kotick, and then they came around to score 1 on another walk, another base on balls, and an RBI double with 2 outs. The second pitch of the at-bat fouled back to the screen, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the third. Schieffer buries 1, good block behind the plate by the catcher, Drew Cook. And it's ball 1, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the third. Schieffer fires. Low and inside. Ball 2. So here at Tal Anderson Field, wind has changed directions, blowing slightly out over that left field wall. The pitch inside. Ball 3. Tried to get a breaking ball to work back to the plate. It did not. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners will not be going with the pitch. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss, and Schieffer comes in and does exactly what he did on Saturday. Slams the door shut and prevents the opponent from scoring any runs while inheriting base runners. So Peterson's day is officially closed. He goes 2 1/3, allows 1 hit, 1 earned run, 5 walks, faces 12 batters, and strikes out just 1 Falcon. Schieffer comes in and instantly gets a 1-out ground out and then strikes out Kodik for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Waverly having a heart-to-heart moment with their coach right now, just past the foul line, as they have 7, 8, and 9 up here in the bottom half of the third inning. Alex Berry back out to work for the Falcons when we come back on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Alex Berry back on the mound for Lincoln Northwest. The first batter, Zach Schwang, as he bounces it left side but foul, 0-1. Schwang getting the start at second base today. First hitter at the bottom of the third inning for the Waverly Vikings. The 0-1 pitch, upstairs, ball 1. Lincoln Northwest and Waverly, your matchup. Lincoln Northwest leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. The 1-1 pitch from Alex Berry, outside, ball 2. Austin Orman will join me once again later today for a couple of games from Tal Anderson Field. The 2-1 pitch, just upstairs, ball 3. So far, Waverly's been set down in order both times up to bat. 3 up, 3 down in the first, and 3 up, 3 down in the second. The 3-1 pitch, strike 2, as that was a delayed call from the home plate umpire, as Schwang thought he started trotting down to first base because he thought that the umpire didn't call anything, and it was ball 4. 3 balls, 2 strikes, big moment here for Berry. Swung on, hit well out to right field. The right fielder tracking it, running over, and sticks out his glove for out number 1. Waverly been able to put some good swings on some pitches. However, it's been right at the Falcons' defender, and give Berry credit just letting his defense work as pitch into contact, not trying to do too much, doesn't have stuff that's really going to overpower a lot of Waverly hitters, but has been able to pitch and be effective, just 28 pitches through 2 1/3. As now, the first pitch of the at-bat is up and in on the grill of Miller, the starting third baseman, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Berry out of the windup, fires. This one hit well to the right side, and a diving grab by the second baseman, but he will not make it over to first in time off the ground ball. So that is the first hit of the day off the bat of number 6, Brennan Miller. As that is a 1-out single from Miller. So the first base runner of the day now brings up number 5, the starting left fielder, Garrett Ryan. Ryan, the senior, hitting .298 this season. 1-0 your score. Miller stands on first base. For the first time, Barry out of the stretch, grounded to second. Could be 2. The flip to second for 1 is now muffed, and they missed the out at second base as they tried to backhand flip it to the shortstop, Aldridge. And they're going to say that Warren is trying to plead the case that it was on the transfer, but it was not, as they missed that one fair and square. And so an error on the second baseman as the shortstop muffed the underhand toss from Warren at second. Now that brings up the top of the order with Hunter Tomes. He tries to bunt it down the third base line. It bunts foul. So on that error, Miller advances to second while Ryan reaches on the air by the second baseman. 1-0, the pitch. Just outside, 2-0. Tomes in his first at-bat flew out to the shortstop and just a little past the foul line on the left side. 2 balls, no strikes here to Hunter Tomes, the left-handed hitter against the righty throwing Alex Berry. The pitch, bunt down the third base line, a beautiful bunt, and there is not even going to be a chance for a play as Hunter Tomes shows off the wheels again. And with 1 out here in the bottom of the third, Waverly has the bases loaded. And the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Landon Oki, coming up to bat. An infield single for Hunter Tomes advances everybody 90 feet. Third baseman was playing behind the bag even. First pitch of the at-bat to Landon Oki. He struck out back in the bottom of the first rather. Infield will concede a run. This one fouled back and right over my window here at the press box. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here to Landon Oki. Barry trying to work out of a jam here in the bottom of the third inning. 11:45 here in Omaha. The pitch in the dirt, good block behind the dish, and it's 1-1. Nowhere to put Landon Oki. Bases are loaded as Miller stands on third, Ryan is on second, and Hunter Tomes, after dropping a drag bunt down the third base line, is on first. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Lincoln Northwest. The pitch hits the outside corner for a strike, 1-2. A breaking ball that was measured at 63 miles per hour. That's a slow one. Floated and captured that outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Barry from the stretch. Comes set at the belt, lifts the left leg, fires, and this breaking ball swung on and hit high but shallow, stays in the infield. Infield fly is called, and that is out number 2, as that's a big second out for Alex Berry. He gets Landon Oki to fly out to the shortstop right by third base for the second out. So now that brings up Drew Cook. Cook had that big double in Saturday's game against Beatrice that allowed Waverly, who at one point led that game the entirety of the game, and then Beatrice came back, tied it up, and then off the bat of Drew Cook, he was able to get an RBI and give Waverly the lead again late in that one. Here he is in a big spot for the Vikings. The first pitch, low and out of the zone, ball 1. One ball, no strikes here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 hits in this inning for the Waverly Vikings. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Two outs here in the bottom half of the third. This is the first inning that Barry has truly had to work, as that was his 40th pitch. The pitch swung on and missed again. 1-2. Lincoln Northwest faithful rises to their feet and gets ready to cheer on Alex Berry. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. He comes set. Runners lead off. The pitch grounded to the shortstop. It's a force plow everywhere. He throws across the diamond, and Berry gets out of the bases loaded jam. And Lincoln Northwest hangs a 0. Once again, they still lead 1-0 over the Waverly Vikings as we enter the top of the 4th inning. We'll come back to Tal Anderson Field in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Nick Sander back with you from Tal Anderson Field. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Quicker moving morning game as Owen Schieffer back out there to do things in the top half of the 4th for Waverly after relieving Nash Peterson in the 3rd. For Lincoln Northwest in the top of the 4th inning, it will be Ramsey, the designated hitter, due up first. He steps into the box. Righty-righty matchup. Ramsey walked and ended up scoring back in that 2nd inning. The first pitch from Schieffer, just outside, ball 1. So both teams in that 3rd inning threatened. At one point had the bases loaded as the 1-0 pitch is inside for a ball, 2-0. But same result for both sides as well. No runs were able to come out of it. The 2-0 pitch swung at and missed, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Schieffer going to work quickly as this 2-1 offering is fouled back over our heads. 2-2. Nice job by Schieffer. Even up the count here at 2-2. Waverly's side just a little bit lighter. They have a couple more people standing up as this one's roped into left center field. Down for a hit in the gap. Rounding first, going to second is Ramsey, and he is tagged out at second base. Ramsey tried to stretch it from a single to a double. Hunter Tomes hit his cutoff, and they threw it to second for out number 1. So Ramsey, that will go down as a single, but out at second base for out number 1. That brings up Logan Scholes, who watches strike 1 on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Really nice line drive off the bat of Ramsey, the designated hitter, as Scholes takes strike 2 on the inner part, 0-2. Schieffer really getting into a groove here, it feels like. Although that ball was well hit off of the bat of Ramsey, as Scholes flies this one. This one will stay in play, but foul. The first baseman glides over and makes the catch for out number 2. But Ramsey, we talk about the pace. We talk about getting right back on the mound, ready to go. And Schieffer does that really, really well. Staying in a rhythm. Robinson steps up to the plate. He walked back in that 2nd inning. Umpire calls his own time. Calls Robinson back to the box, and we're ready to play baseball again. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. The first pitch swung on, fouled off right side, 0-1. Schieffer, 16 pitches through 2 innings of work here. Grounded left side in the hole, and that's into left field for a base knock off the bat of Robinson. So a single with 2 outs here brings up the 9-hitter in the Lincoln Northwest Falcons lineup, and that is number 21, Jack Duvall. Duvall struck out swinging his first time up to end that second inning. He was one of the guys that unfortunately stranded the bases loaded for Lincoln Northwest back in inning number 2. 1-0 your score. The Falcons lead the Vikings. Swung on, first pitch, and fouled back over the net. 0-1. Schieffer is challenging these Northwest hitters. So far, they've answered the call pretty well. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2 to Jack Duvall. That's one thing Austin and I did talk about on Saturday was Northwest, for it being their second year of a program, not blinded by the moment at Warner Park. The 0-2 pitch, ball 1, but the runner steals second and is in there safely as Robinson swipes second base. And now with a 1-2 count to Jack Duvall, there's a runner in scoring position. The shortstop Miller holding on. This one skied high right side, should be playable in foul territory and caught for out number 3. So no harm, no foul, despite the 2-out single from Robinson as Duvall flies out to the right fielder. That'll do it for 3.5 innings of play. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Due up in the bottom of the 4th for the Waverly Vikings. It will be Sampson, Russell, and Moz, 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Vikes in the bottom half of the frame. We'll step aside, come back in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sander back with you from Tal Anderson Field in Omaha, the home of the Omaha Mavericks. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, Barry back out there for another inning of work for Lincoln Northwest as he faces Bruin Sampson first, the first baseman wearing number 2 for the Waverly Vikings as he takes ball 1, 1-0. Barry working out of the windup with no runners on, fires the 1-0 pitch. This one skied high to right field, trending towards the foul line as it goes into the bullpen in foul territory. So 1 ball, 1 strike. We saw at Warner Park both bullpens in center field. It's a 2-story bullpen out there. At Tal here, there's a home bullpen in the left field area as the 1-1 pitch is swung on, skied high now right side, shallow right field. The right fielder calls off the second baseman Waring and makes the catch for out number 1. The visitors bullpen is actually in and outside of the foul wall here. There's just a concrete sidewalk that players can walk from the visitors dugout to the bullpen right by the gate where fans will enter. So F9 on the putout. Russell comes up. Eli Russell, he struck out swinging for out number 2 back in the second inning. Here he comes up with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Barry from the windup fires, strike 1, swung on and missed. 0-1. Russell struggling to Wait on that 68-mile-per-hour fastball from Alex Berry. The 0-1 pitch, 1-1, ball upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Berry. Just outside. They're going to appeal down to first base on whether or not Russell went, and he did not, so ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch swung on, fouled back to the netting. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. Berry with a really productive outing to this point. The 2-2 pitch on the corner and gets Eli Russell down looking. Russell gives a look back to the home plate umpire and slowly, slower than last time, walks off the field. Russell did not like that call, but he had been calling that all game, the home plate umpire has, and nice job by Berry spotting up. The first pitch of the at-bat to number 1, Nolan Maz, is in there for a strike, 0-1. Berry in a groove. The 0-1 pitch from Berry. Skied high, shallow center field. The second baseman, Waring, seems to be under it. Calls off his outfielders and makes the catch for out number 3. And so Lincoln Northwest, the fans with a standing ovation as Berry trots off after 4 scoreless innings of work against the 5-seeded Waverly Vikings. Where we've played 4, we go to the top of the 5th with Lincoln Northwest 1, Waverly 0 here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Nick Sander back with you from Tal Anderson Field. The 8-seeded Lincoln Northwest Falcons on top of the 5-seed Waverly Vikings 1-0 as the first pitch at the top of the 5th is roped down the third base line but foul. 0-1 to the leadoff hitter, Tyler Aldridge. It'll be Aldridge, Swanson, and Waring here in the top half of the 5th. Drag bunt down the left side, fielded by the pitcher, rushing over to first base, not in time. And the leadoff hitter, Tyler Aldridge, beats out the infield single. So nice job by Aldridge. It wasn't a great bunt, but when Schieffer pitches, he delivers and he kind of falls off to his left side. So he had to reverse his direction, run over to his right side towards the third baseline, and field that bunt, fire over to first. It was a one-hopper over to the first baseman, and Aldridge beats it out. Brings up Swanson. Of course, talking about Grant Swanson. Grant, so far on the day, 0 for 1. He grounded out back in the first, walked in the third inning. Swanson hitting just a little over 400 this season. Now with a runner at first base. Nobody out, top of the 5th. Lincoln Northwest trying to add on a couple to their lead. Showing bunt, he bunts it down the first baseline. It'll be the pitcher ball again. Schieffer throws over to first, and it goes through the glove into foul territory. We're going to have a stoppage in play, and they're going to call Lincoln Northwest's runner out. So they're going to say that it was runner's interference or potentially even a foul ball. we're going to see what happens here as they have the conversation. They're going to say initially the home plate umpire came sprinting from home plate down the first base line, signaling foul, signaling a stoppage in play. The runner at that time came all the way around from first, who was Aldridge, to score. He slid in safely. There was no home plate umpire, but they're going to call it, I believe, runner's interference. They're going to say that he got in line of the throw. And I'll be honest, that's a very difficult call. That's an extremely difficult call to make. I understand that from a home plate umpire's perspective, you're in the way there. They're going to call Swanson out on the runner interference. He's trying to plead his case to the umpires. He's going to have to get escorted off by a couple of coaches as Swanson not happy with that call. But now Lincoln Northwest asking why Aldridge can't advance to second base on the runner's interference. I'll also say this, to some extent, that throw from the pitcher, Schieffer, went across the baseline. And so that throw goes across the baseline, forcing the first baseman to have to go across his body and catch that ball in foul territory. That is out of the control of the base runner, Swanson. Now the refs are having a conversation just in front of the pitcher's mound. So as it stands, there's going to be one out. It'll be runner interference on Swanson on the throw to first base. And they're going to have Tyler Aldridge stay at first. Man, that's a big moment in the ball game here. That is a very big moment in the ball game here as Lincoln Northwest trying to rally the troops here. Swanson did his job, got the bunt down, but ultimately at the discretion of the umpire claims that he got in the way of the first baseman trying to catch that baseball. So Northwest tries to rally the troops in the dugout. Lincoln Northwest with a runner on first base, one out. So Aldridge stays at first. That brings up Quinn Waring up to the plate. Quinn on the day, 0 for 1, flew out to the center fielder back in the first, got walked back in the third. First pitch, the at-bat to Waring. Swung on and missed. Hardy cut by Waring, 0-1. So Aldridge leads off at first. The righty-righty matchup between Schieffer. There goes Aldridge. The throw down to second is not going to be in time. No, it is. It is in time as the umpire at second base says that he is out. Lincoln Northwest is going to have a conversation. The runner Aldridge walks out to the umpire standing in center field before walking off the field. Umpire points back to the dugout and says, you need to walk on back. Now we're having a conversation as Lincoln Northwest, a couple of the coaches need to be careful here. I think the umpire at first base just issued a warning to the bench in the dugout. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and the ball to upstairs. So Aldridge is thrown out at second, caught stealing for out number 2. This one hit real well out to left center gap. Left fielder giving it a chase. Not going to get there. It goes to all the way to the wall. Waring is going to round second. He's turning on the Jets for third and slides in safely as Quinn Waring gets a 2-out triple. The wind was at a standstill, so that was all Quinn Waring in the left center gap. The left fielder for Waverly gave it a chase in Rhine, did not get there. And it rolled with help of the turf all the way to the Omaha Mavericks logo in left center field. Now this one grounded to the shortstop with 2 outs. The throw over to first is in time, and Waverly gets out of the jam as Schieffer tries to pump up his guys on his way back to the dugout. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning after a controversial and unique top of the 5th inning. Lincoln Northwest still leads 1-0. We'll step aside, come back in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
So for the entirety of the in-between area between the top of the 5th and bottom of the 5th, the Lincoln Northwest head coach Matt Faulkner was in the face of the first and second base umpires after that unfortunate top of the 5th inning for Lincoln Northwest. They are taking a lot of heat here from Coach Faulkner as he gets a swing and a miss. Barry does on the first pitch of the bottom of the 5th for strike one. 0-1 pitch in there for strike two, 0-2. Zach Schwang, the hitter, the second baseman for Waverly, quickly down 0-2. 11:11 a.m. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Alex Berry is able to strike out Schwang for out number one here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And this will be interesting to see as it can Lincoln Northwest, frankly, the new kids on the block, are they able to keep their composure? Allow the coaches to fight the battles with the umpires, have the conversations, allow the coaches to do that. The players focus on the task at hand. You have a 1-0 lead, and it's strike one for Alex Berry. Brings up Brennan Miller. Brennan started the game at pitcher on Saturday against Beatrice, was relieved. Now here he is getting the start at third base today. 1-0 is your score. Lincoln Northwest leading by a run. The 1-1 count. Swung on, skied high. This will reach the seats into the conglomerate of Lincoln Northwest faithful down the third base line. A guy tried to make a one-handed catch with his left hand while sitting down, unable to do so. Get the man a mitt. 1-2 more importantly for Alex Berry, the Falcons pitcher. The pitch. Swung on and missed on an elevated fastball, and Berry sets him up. 2 up, 2 down with 2 strikeouts here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So now the 9-hitter, Garrett Ryan, comes up to bat. The starting left fielder for the Waverly Vikings here in the bottom of the 5th. The first pitch is up and in, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Berry out of the windup. He fires the 1-0 pitch, finds the heart of the plate, strike one. Berry in a groove. 61 pitches through 4 2/3 innings. Pitch count not a factor right now for head coach Matt Faulkner. The 1-1 pitch in there, strike two on the breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off right side. We'll do it again. The wind slightly blowing in towards home plate. Not enough to factor any hits, though, right now. As the 1-2 offering, breaking ball didn't come down enough for Alex Berry on the mound, and it stays upstairs 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1-0 Lincoln Northwest. The pitch. Buried it in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Good take, good discipline there by Garrett Ryan. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hunter Tomes and the top of the Waverly order waits on deck. The 9-hitter Garrett Ryan with a 3-2 count. Swung on, hit high to right field, should be playable. Drifting over into foul territory and making the catch is the Falcons right fielder Dylan Kotick for out number 3. Alex Berry threw 5 innings of 2-hit baseball, and Lincoln Northwest leads 1-0 as we enter the top of the 6th inning here from Tal Anderson Field in Omaha. We'll step aside, come back in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial or residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
We meander to the top of the 6th inning here at Tal Anderson Field in Omaha as Dylan Kotick steps in and takes strike 1, 0-1. Owen Schieffer back onto the mound for the Waverly Vikings, who trail 1-0. Swung on, 1 hopper to the shortstop, fielded on the clean hop, throw over to first, scooped out of the turf by the first baseman over there at first base for out number 1. 6-3 on the putout on a nice 1-hopping ground ball by Dylan Kotick. It was hit well, just right at the shortstop, fielded cleanly on the 1-hop, about belt high by Waverly's defensive shortstop, and out number 1 in the inning. The first pitch swung on and missed to Sam Ramsey, the designated hitter. Ramsey has had a productive day as the 0-1 pitch is in there for strike 2, 0-2. He walked and ended up scoring back in the 2nd inning. He singled it in the 4th, but tried to stretch it to a double and got thrown out. The 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball that works back to the inside part of the plate for out number 2 as Sam Ramsey goes down watching for the 2nd out in the top of the 6th inning. 1-0 is your score. 5 hits on the day for Lincoln Northwest, 2 for the Waverly Vikings. As the first pitch of the at-bat to Logan Scholes is in there for strike 1. Owen Schieffer in a little bit of a groove as well. The 0-1 pitch fouled back, 0-2, working quickly. Scholes doubled, had that RBI double. That's been the difference maker in that 2nd inning. He then flew out to the first baseman in the 4th. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. A quick inning of work for Owen Schieffer, and he's pleading to his offense to help him out because he's come in relief for Nash Peterson and slammed the door. 2 strikeouts in the top of the 6th inning for Schieffer. He goes 3 up, 3 down. Alex Berry back out there. 6 outs remain for Waverly to stay alive here in this one. We'll step aside, come back in 1 minute on 93.7 The Ticket.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Is the bottom of the sixth inning. The Lincoln Northwest Falcons back out there in the field trying to get 6 more outs and get their second program win in the state tournament. Ball 1 to Hunter Tomes and the Waverly top of the order. Tomes dropped down a bunt last time up as he takes strike 1. Outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Alex Berry, 68 pitches through 5 innings of work. Efficient. 1 ball, 1 strike. Berry from the windup. Swung on, skied high, shallow right center field. The right fielder, Kodik, coming over and makes the catch for out number 1. So a nice job by Lincoln Northwest. Once again, Berry not blowing guys away by any means. He does have 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts on the day, but ultimately has just allowed 2 Waverly hits. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch from Berry in there for strike 1, 0-1. This game flying by. Started at 10 a.m. Here we are an hour and 21 minutes later. Just an inning and a half left. The pitch. Outside corner, strike 2 as Berry finding the zone. Olkey kind of shook his head at the home plate umpire as he walked out of the box. The home plate umpire quickly ushered him to get right back into the box. Says, "You're going to scoff at me. We're going to play baseball right away." No balls, 2 strikes to Landon Oakley, the 2-hitter. They're going to go up with the fastball, and he does not chase. 1-2. Oakley, a big right-handed hitter, holding the bat above his head. The 1-2 offering. Swung on and missed. Alex Berry with his 6th strikeout of the day. And Waverly is down to just 4 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Drew Cook, the catcher, coming up to the plate. Righty-righty matchup. The first pitch is in there for strike 1, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch from Berry. Swung on and missed. 0-2 on a breaking ball in the dirt. By my calculations, there have just been 2 base runners today for Waverly, as this one skied high. This should end the 6th inning as the second baseman Warren floating back, and he misses it. He drops it, as that'll be an error on Warren, the second baseman. The center fielder should have called him off as he started to drift all the way out to where the Omaha Mavericks logo is imprinted in the turf. But Warren tried to make the play on his own, and it went right over his glove, allowing Cook to reach on the air by the second baseman. That is the second error of the day for Lincoln Northwest. Runner on first. Coming set out of the stretch is Berry. Berry facing Bruin Sampson. Watches ball 1, 1-0. That was a routine fly ball that Lincoln Northwest should be hitting right now. 1 ball, no strikes, pick over to first, back in time is the courtesy runner, number 15, James Schmidt. The pitch to Sampson, grounded to third. It hits third base. That's going to stay fair. Sampson thought it was foul. He didn't run, and that is out number 3. Bruin Sampson thought it was going to curl foul. It hit third base, and Sampson was just still standing in the right-handed batter's box while the third baseman for Lincoln Northwest, Greaser, lobbed it over to first base, had plenty of time. The first base coach for Waverly had his hands on his knees because in disbelief that Sampson didn't run. And so that does it for the bottom of the 6th inning. And we head to the final inning of play. Lincoln Northwest clinging to a 1-0 lead as they send hitters 8, 9, and 1 to the plate in the top of the 7th inning. From Tal Anderson Field, Nick Sainer joining you. This is Class B State Baseball on 93.7 The Ticket.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
So after Waverly catches a break on an error by the second baseman, Bruin Sampson thought his ground ball was going to roll foul. It actually hits the top of the third base bag, making it a fair ball. The third baseman kind of paused and hesitated for a moment because he saw that Sampson wasn't running from the right-handed batter's box. The umpire showed that it was a fair ball, and the third baseman, Greaser, just lobbed it over to first base in time for out number 3. It's the 1-1 count, grounded softly to the second baseman. Fielded cleanly, drop into a knee, fires over to first, and in time for out number 1. Robinson almost reached safely on that because the second baseman for Waverly, number 7, Zach Schwang, crow hopped about 2 times from the second base bag and didn't seem too urgent to get that throw over to first base, but ultimately enough gets Robertson, for out number 1. Pinch hitter number 12 for Lincoln Northwest, Noah Stevens, will come in and pinch hit for Jack Duvall. Duvall on the day was 0 for 2. So Stevens comes in to pinch hit. Stevens listed as an infielder, so I would expect Duvall to check back in to do the catching in the home half of the 7th inning. As Stevens takes ball 1 up out of the zone, 1-0. The pitch from Schieffer hits the inside corner, 1-1. Waverly's held to just 2 hits today so far. Swung on and missed by Stevens, 1-2. Lincoln Northwest got their first win in program history at the state tournament yesterday against Beatrice, sending the Orangemen home. Schieffer fires the 1-2. It's low in the dirt. Good block behind the dish by Drew Cook. It's 2-2. As Lincoln Northwest trying to schedule a date with the Norris Titans tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Fouled back on the 2-2 offering. Days are kind of getting mixed up. Got to be honest with you here. The 2-2 pitch from Schieffer. Low and in the dirt, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Lincoln Northwest in front, 1-0. The payoff pitch in the dirt, and the pinch hitter, Stevens, for Lincoln Northwest, comes in to pinch hit for Jack Duvall, and Noah Stevens draws the 6-pitch walk. So now they'll run somebody out there for Stevens. Number 10, Jackson Barrett will come in to pinch run. So Jack Duvall will still be able to check back in at catcher. So Barrett is the pinch runner at first base. Wearing number 10 for Lincoln Northwest. That brings up top of the order. Tyler Aldridge. Aldridge singled back in the 5th, then was caught stealing at second, swings and misses at that one, 0-1. Approaching 11:30 a.m. here at Tal Anderson Field. Schieffer comes set. There goes the runner. Now he holds up and swung on and missed at the plate by Tyler Aldridge, 0-2. So Barrett, the pinch runner at first base. Tyler Aldridge, the leadoff hitter at the plate. Fouled back. We'll do it again at 0-2. The game that's slated for 12:30 p.m. today as the runner fakes the steal again and it's fouled off back to the netting again. The next game will be Elkhorn North and Blair. Blair was able to knock off Plattsmouth yesterday 6-1. Elkhorn North fell to Gretna East 3-1. So that's an elimination game as well, as the 0-2 pitch just misses on the outer half, 1-2. Then after that, we turn our attention to Class A. The 1-2 pitch from Schieffer. Waverly trying to get their bats going as the runner goes. This one fouled off, and unfortunately, the runner Barrett got an incredible jump at first base. But Aldridge had to swing it to protect and fight that one off, and he fouled it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 7th inning, runner on first base for Lincoln Northwest. The pitch, 1-2, hit well. That's going to be a base hit over the third baseman's head. It gets into left field. They will advance 90 feet with the runner from first, Barrett, advancing to second, and a nice hard hit down and over the third baseman's head by Tyler Aldridge with 2 strikes. And that brings up Grant Swanson in the heart of the Lincoln Northwest lineup. We're going to have a conversation on the mound. We'll step aside, come back in 30 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
So it appears that Waverly is going to make a pitching change. Owen Schieffer, his day is done. He had 54 pitches in relief. He came in with 1 out in the 3rd inning and has gotten them to 1 out in the 7th inning. Coming in to relieve Schieffer is going to be Bruin Sampson, the right-handed thrower. Now, Schieffer, a senior, he's done really well here at the state tournament in relief. So runners will be on first and second base. And the new pitcher, once again, is Bruin Sampson. 1-3 on the season. Sampson throws with some velocity, warming up, touching upper 70s. Pretty consistently here, but also doesn't appear to be throwing 100%. So just a reminder, this is game 1 of 4 once again today. We'll have Blair and Elkhorn North coming up in about an hour or so, barring, or probably a little bit later, I would assume, than an hour. Then we'll turn our attention at 4 p.m. to Class A with Lincoln Southwest and Millard South in an elimination game. And then we'll have Creighton Prep and Elkhorn South in the nightcap. 1-0 your score. This one roped right side, but foul off the bat of Swanson. 0-1. So Aldridge is at first after the line drive single, and Barrett, the pinch runner, is at second after the pinch hitter, Stevens, walked with 1 out in the inning. No balls, 1 strike. Lincoln Northwest scored a run in the second inning, and that's all that's been written so far. Ball 1, low and in, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Sampson comes set and steps over the rubber and fakes the throw to second base. Sunny day here at Tal Anderson Field. Unlike yesterday, no rain in the forecast. There is a little bit of rain in the forecast tomorrow afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike from Sampson. He lifts the leg and fires. Finds the lower part of the zone. Strike 2. So we should and we will have no issues playing all 4 games relatively on time today. Tomorrow afternoon may be interesting. Tomorrow morning it's supposed to be sunny, but chance of showers in the afternoon. We'll have Supernovas volleyball for you as well tomorrow afternoon. 1 ball, 2 strikes here from Bruin Sampson. The pitch swung on. This is a line drive. It's down for a hit in right field. The runner at second had to hesitate to make sure it was down on the turf, and so they'll only be able to advance station to station. And so bases are now loaded for the 3-hole hitter, Quinn Waring. Aldridge advances to second, Barrett advances to third, and Swanson, with a 1-out single, is at first. One to 0 is your score. The bases are loaded. First pitch, low and in, ball 1. The 1-0 offering from Bruin Sampson. Low and in, ball 2. Nowhere to put Quinn Waring. Sampson ready to go from the windup. Ball in the dirt, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Barrett 90 feet away from scoring. The 3-0 pitch. Swung on, hammered down the left field line, but foul. Quinn Waring, the green light on 3-0. Hammered that one down the left field line, but trickled foul. It's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded. It is foul. It's a foul ball as the third baseman, Miller, tried to grab it, picked it up with his glove, tried to tag the runner going home, and it popped out of his glove. Thankfully, though, for the Waverly Vikings, it was fielded in foul territory. So now Bruin Sampson ready to go. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off once again. Left side. We'll do it again at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 7th inning. The pitch swung on, fouled back to the netting. Waring staying alive. Folks are leaned forward here at Tal Anderson Field on the edge of their seats. The 3-2 inside, ball 4, and Lincoln Northwest now leads 2-0. Not sure if you guys can hear while the window is unable to be open. The windows don't open. They're just full pane windows here. But Northwest faithful on their feet here as Barrett comes in to score on the bases loaded walk. First pitch of the at-bat to Greaser is fouled back, 0-1. Sampson going to work quickly again. Bases are still loaded, 1 out. This one, jam shot floating towards the shortstop, and the shortstop is able to make the play. A nice job by the Vikings' 6th player, Landon Olkey, as they retire Greaser for out number 2. Brings up Dylan Kotick, the right fielder. Kotick stepping into that right-handed batter's box. The pitch, Strike one on the inner part, 0-1. This inning started with a ground out to the second baseman. Bruin Sampson relieved Owen Schieffer. Sampson out of the windup. The pitch. And it hit him. No, it hit the bat, rather. Excuse me. It almost looked like it hit the Lincoln Northwest batter's left elbow, but he wasn't in any pain, and he kind of gave that look of, oh, man, so it hit the knob of the bat, rather. 0-2. It was a foul ball. The 0-2 pitch from Sampson. Grounder through the third baseman, past the shortstop. He fields it, fires to first, not in time. And Lincoln Northwest on an infield single extends their lead 3-0. That ball was hit just hard enough, or more so in the perfect spot, to where Miller, the third baseman, could not get it. The shortstop, Olkey, had to backhand it deep in the 5-6 hole, made a long throw over to first base. The first baseman tried to stretch as far as he could, but it was not in time, as Lincoln Northwest is now up 3-0. The first pitch of the at-bat to Ramsey is outside, ball one. The 1-0 pitch from Bruin Sampson. Swung on, fouled back, 1-1. So Lincoln Northwest has now opened up a 3-0 lead by getting two insurance runs here in the top of the seventh. The pitch from Sampson, swung on, fouled off to the left side, 1-2. Ramsey on the day, 1 for 3. He had that single back in the fourth that he was caught trying to stretch to a double. The pitch to Ramsey, just outside, 2-2. Robinson started this inning with that ground out to second base. He is in the hole. Scholes is on deck. Ramsey at the plate with a 2-2 count. Bruin Sampson out of the windup, steps off the rubber and immediately steps back on like he's ready to go now. Bases are still juiced with 2 outs, and we have time at the plate called by Ramsey. The 2-2 pitch from Bruin Sampson. Just away, and it's 3-2. Runners will be off with the pitch. 3-2, 2 outs, top of the seventh. Runners go, strike 3, as Sam Ramsey watches it right down Broadway for strike 3 and out number 3 here in the top of the seventh inning. However, Lincoln Northwest adds 2 runs. They lead the Waverly Vikings 3-0. Due up for the Vikes in the bottom half of the seventh inning, the designated hitter Eli Russell, the right fielder Nolan Maz, and the second baseman Zach Shawang. It's 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Vikings as Alex Berry tries and goes for the complete game shutout for the Lincoln Northwest Falcons when we return on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Hope you guys have enjoyed this one as much as I have, as Alex Berry throws in strike 1 to Eli Russell, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. Barry comes set, fires, and it's blown away, ball one. Always love to hear where you guys are listening from as well. I do see the text line, 464-5685. Feel free to chime in where you guys are listening from. Appreciate you guys tuning into state baseball all week long. Thanks to Austin Norman and the gang back in the 93.7 The Ticket Studios. 3-0 is your score. 2 balls, 1 strike from Barry. This one swung on, hit well into the right center gap. The right fielder, Kodak, ranging over and makes the catch nonchalantly for out number 1. So it's an F9 on the putout for out number 1. And that brings up the 6th hitter in the Waverly lineup, Nolan Maz. The right fielder, who's 0 for 2 today. He lined out to the right fielder back in the 2nd inning, flew out to the second baseman in the 4th inning.
This is Lincoln's home for sports.
Here's the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Barry from the windup. And it hits the batter, Nolan Maz. So a hit by pitch, just the second free pass that Barry has allowed. It is 3-0 Lincoln Northwest. Barry, through 6 1/3, is at only 84 pitches. The first pitch, the at-bat, rope to the shortstop, fielded on the one hop, throws it over to second for 1, over to first, in time! Lincoln Northwest gets their second victory in the state tournament in program history, and they knock off the Waverly Vikings on a game-ending 6-4-3 double play, and Lincoln Northwest has a date with the Norris Titans tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. An incredible pitching performance by Alex Berry. He goes 7 complete innings of shutout baseball, shuts out the 5-seeded Waverly Vikings on just 85 pitches. An incredible performance from Lincoln Northwest. They ran into some adversity in the 5th inning, but they were able to stay composed, keep their composure. Added 2 runs of insurance in the top of the 7th, and they are victorious as Lincoln Northwest, their season stays alive for the Waverly Vikings. They started the tournament 1-0, but then lose back-to-back games, 1 to Norris and 1 now to the Lincoln Northwest Falcons. An incredible job by head coach Matt Faulkner, assistant coaches Ray Finley, Taylor Zillig, Jeff Williams, Connor Hemphill, Preston Pete, and Micah Ramage. As Lincoln Northwest knocks off Waverly 3-0. And once again, you can't say enough about Alex Berry as he hits a Waverly Viking in the bottom of the 7th. He only had 1 other walk in the entire game. Just a very few number of base runners, only 4 total base runners in the game for the Waverly Vikings. They struggled against Alex Berry all day long. For the Lincoln Northwest Falcons, an RBI double from Logan Scholes in the 2nd inning scored Ramsey from first base. And then in the 7th inning, a walk from Waring scored Barrett, the pinch runner, to get the 2nd run of the game. And then a single from Dylan Kodak in the 5-6 hole scored Tyler Aldridge. And Lincoln Northwest, how about them? What a way to start your Tuesday morning, folks, in a fast-moving Tuesday morning baseball game, a game that spanned just 1 hour and 44 minutes of play. We started at 10 a.m., and that is efficiency for you folks as we move on to our second Class B game of the day coming up in a little under 1 hour, as we'll have Blair and Elkhorn North coming at you in an elimination game in Class B here from Tal Anderson Field. We'll send it back to our 93.7 The Ticket Studios. Austin Norman, take it away, my man, as you have been listening to Class B State Baseball on 93.7 The Ticket.
Keep summer green with Judson Bylene and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install 'em and forget 'em outfit long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation